The revelation of John. The sky did not break like glass. It unraveled like reality itself was losing agreement with what it meant to exist. Colors shifted where they should not. Time felt layered instead of linear, and silence became heavier than sound. This was not a vision you watched. It was a vision you entered. This is the revelation of John. Welcome to Everlight Animations. On the island of Patmos, John is not a conqueror, not a general, not a ruler. He is a witness. A man removed from the noise of the world, placed into isolation, not as punishment alone, but as separation from distraction. And in that silence, perception changes. Because when the external world fades, the internal world becomes a doorway. Then it begins, not with movement, but with presence. A voice, not loud in volume, but absolute in authority. It does not come from direction, it comes from everywhere at once.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him.
And when it speaks, reality responds. Write what you see. And what follows is not description, it is exposure. The first vision is not comfort, it is overwhelming clarity. A throne, not symbolic, not decorative, but central, surrounded by intensity that cannot be reduced to human comparison. Light that does not flicker, a presence that does not shift. And from that center, everything else unfolds. Then comes the scroll, sealed, waiting, containing what cannot be accessed casually. Because some knowledge is not opened by curiosity, but by worthiness within the structure of the vision itself. And as the seals begin to break, reality changes form. Not metaphorically, visually. Each seal is not just an event. It is a release of something previously contained. And with each opening, the world shifts into a new layer of instability. Then they appear, not as creatures of myth, but as forces given form, the Four Horsemen.
Behold the coming of the horsemen, their conquest rises triumphant over all. War's flames consume the land, and scarcity tips the scales of doom.
They do not arrive as individuals in the human sense. They arrive as categories of consequence made visible. The first rides forward with precision and authority. Conquest, movement that expands without resistance.
Your choices will doom us!
No! Get for this!
The second follows, and with it comes fracture. Conflict spreads not as isolated events, but as a system of division entering human order. The third carries imbalance, scarcity, weight applied unevenly across survival itself. And what was once stable begins to require calculation just to endure. The fourth does not need introduction, because its presence is understood instantly. Collapse, not immediate destruction, but systemic unraveling where control no longer matters. And behind them is something deeper, not chaos without structure, but structure revealing its fragility. John does not watch from safety. He witnesses from within the vision, as if standing inside a world that is being redefined in real time. Then the scale expands. Stars shift. Natural constants feel unstable. Kings and commoners alike are shown not by status, but by exposure. Because in apocalyptic vision, hierarchy dissolves. Only truth remains visible. And truth is not gentle. Then come the seals, the trumpets, the unfolding layers of warning and revelation. Each one escalating not in violence alone, but in intensity of meaning. It is not destruction for spectacle. It is revelation through collapse. And as the visions deepen, something becomes clear. This is not only about ending, it is about unveiling, stripping away what is false, what is temporary, what is built on assumption rather than foundation. Then the imagery shifts again, a cosmic struggle, not localized conflict, but symbolic warfare between order and distortion, between what holds meaning together and what dissolves it. And yet, even within intensity, there is structure, because nothing in the vision is random. Everything follows sequence. Everything follows purpose. Even when it appears overwhelming, it is not chaotic. It is ordered revelation. And John, though overwhelmed, continues to write, because witnessing is not optional. It is assigned. Then comes the final expansion of vision, a new reality, not a small correction of the old world, but replacement. A city not built by human instability, a state of existence where suffering, fragmentation, and decay no longer define experience, where meaning is no longer threatened by collapse, and where what was once seen through vision becomes reality beyond vision. But the path to that final state is not gentle. It passes through everything that must be revealed first, because nothing hidden remains untouched, and nothing unstable remains unexposed. This is what makes Revelation different from simple prophecy. It is not just prediction, it is unveiling, a removal of layers until only truth remains. And truth, when fully revealed, reshapes perception entirely. John's role is not to control the vision, not to interpret it as ownership, but to witness and record what cannot be ignored.
The vision of the winged one unfolds before us. I inscribed the eternal symbols as commanded. The prophecy echoes again in our time. It is the same vision.
Because some truths are not meant to be debated in the moment. They are meant to be seen, then understood over time. And that is why this vision still resonates, because it is not bound to one era. It is a pattern language of collapse, exposure, and renewal. Whenever systems become unstable, whenever meaning is lost, whenever truth feels buried beneath noise, the imagery returns, not as prediction alone, but as reflection. So when you look at the Four Horsemen, do not only see destruction, see acceleration of consequence. When you see the seals, do not only see fear, see revelation of hidden structure. And when you see the final vision, do not only see ending, see restoration, beyond fragmentation. Because revelation is not only about what falls, it is about what is revealed, when everything false falls away, and that is its lasting power. If this cinematic exploration of the revelation of John moved you, subscribe to Everlight Animations for more surreal, historical, and spiritual epics that explore meaning beyond the visible world. Like this video and share it with someone searching for clarity in a time of uncertainty. Because sometimes the end is not the disappearance of everything. It is the revealing of what was always real.